population is going to plummet. We're going to have a depopulation crisis. And then I suppose...
And all is not well. The Chinese government came out and said they may get rid of the one-child policy, even if the U.S. threatens to pull funding. Our government funded it on record because they don't have enough people to pay for the old people. Because they're 1.7. We're 1.3.
Yeah, so I'm tired of seeing these comments, oh, CO2 is a problem, overpopulation is a problem. It's not. Go and look at the UN's own figures. 2050, population gets to 9 billion. It rapidly declines after that. This is an excuse used by tyrants as a justification for complete control over every aspect of our existence.
They are bloodthirsty, bedwetting chicken necks who never lived, never got in a fist fight, never climbed a mountain, never went through any stress. They are, I've seen them. They're all, and effeminate's the wrong word because that puts down women. They are these weak, serpent-like bags of maggot vomit. I'm sorry, folks, that's what they are. They are pit demons directly from Hades who love death. And I'm telling them that we are going to defeat them. They are not going to stop the human spirit in our species. Our species is beautiful. It is wondrous. The human mind created equations that can create atomic energy and weapons and fold space systems and dimensional understanding that supercomputers are just now confirming. You hate humanity because you are weak, ugly scum, and you hate the beauty, and you will fail. You will fail. You will fail. You will fail. Watch and finish up.
Well, the amazing thing is that, you know, if we allow third world countries to develop and become prosperous, then their populations naturally stabilize. If we follow the insane policies of this elite and return to an agrarian age, then the population will explode. So their very solutions will only make the problem 10 times, 100 times worse, which shows the inherent bias, which is that they care not for
They're inherently scum. They're inherently wicked little control freaks that like to roll around in buckets of blood. And I say they shouldn't roll around in our blood. If they love blood so much, then they should roll around on their own and get off our planet. They're the people we won't miss, are these parasites. Look, it shows the psychology of how pimps hate their whores. Abusers hate the people they're abusing. They detest who they suck off of. Well, I detest you. Go ahead.
Yeah, this guy openly says he's a Nazi, openly says that his enemy, his philosophical enemy, is growth and freedom. And he's worshipped as one of the top environmentalist academics. I mean, it's astounding. He talks about he'd be happy to kill himself if it meant that it took 100 million humans with him.
Oh, yeah, that's what Pianka says.
Yeah, he wants the creation of a green police who would abandon, quote, the syrup of ethics that govern human behavior. So that would allow them to completely dominate the population.
An army of psychopathic jackboots.
Exactly. And now what do we have with all the new green fascism measures being introduced? Exactly that. That's the start of it.
Well, Watson, you've done an incredible job. The report that we've got to get out to everyone, global warming alarmist calls for eco-gulags to re-educate climate deniers. This is their real policy, their real plan, and you better get your blood up and your guts up. You better get serious, folks, and start caring about real issues. Watson, great job. I want to bring Ted Anderson up briefly here and then come back and get into more on the economy and a bunch of other news because gold is up another $5.70+ today. And he is the owner of this network and has the best deals on gold and silver. Is Ted in studio?
Right here with you, Alex.
Ted, we're about to go to break. I know you got to go to a meeting here in a minute, but thanks for letting me drag you on. I just wanted you to, I mean, they're admitting in the news that gold's going up because they're engaged in quantitative easing. That is printing money. Did you run out of last week's offer? What do you got today?
Well, it's funny. I had my tooth filled this morning, so I didn't have time to change prices and check inventory. So I'm just holding the same specials I did last Friday, despite the fact that silver is just 3 cents away from $21 an ounce, and gold is less than $16 now from $1,300. We do have the Walking Liberty half still at that $9.95. Actually, they've gone up in price. I just haven't had a chance to catch up with it, so I'll be doing that later today. We'll hold this special throughout the end of the day just because I'm here. I'm doing it on air. But the francs are still at 275. Obviously, they've shot up in price. British sovereigns, 351. Even if you want the older $20 liberties, they're still at $16.22. $10 liberties are $8.29. There's a whole long array of different things that are, going to be increasing in price. I haven't had a chance to do it for these specials yet, but we'll be getting that taken care of. Prices will be up, fairly substantial by tomorrow. So if you want to get involved in the precious metals, now's the time to do it. I mean, absolutely. Alex, watching gold and silver, I really now have the total belief that we're going to blow through $1,300 an ounce, and that's going to seem so low and inexpensive. It's not even funny.
Well, let me fire out the number because you were unable to get rid of the last special of gold and silver you bought a month ago at a lower price, passing that savings on. You can't find a better deal anywhere, folks. 800-686-2237. 800-686-2237. Get your order in now. You heard at 5 or 6 today, he's getting rid of that special. 800-686-2237. Ted's got to go to a meeting. I'll see if he can hold over into the next segment. Then it's your phone calls and a lot more in the second hour.
Why almost all politicians, teachers, and preachers are dead wrong about how to keep this country from becoming a total dictatorship. If that headline got your attention, then you know the only way back to true freedom and liberty in America. Have you ever wondered about whether your personal and religious liberty will survive? After all, what good are gold, silver, and survival supplies in a concentration camp? And have you ever thought about what kind of America you're leaving to your kids and grandkids? Then theonlywayback.com is an open online letter you must read. Find out where true liberty comes from and discover the foundations of freedom by going to theonlywayback.com. If you're a patriot who truly wants to help rebuild this nation, call 877-327-0365. That's 877-327-0365. Or visit theonlywayback.com and do it today. It's the only way back.
They helped to create a new world order.
We are part of a new world order.
A new world order based upon collective action.
Invisible Empire is a damning indictment of the globalists through their own words and documents.
The New World Order really is a tool for addressing a new world of possibilities.
It means all the world under their control.
The United Nations would take over America. The Trilateral Commission would control the world.
Invisible Empire chronicles how men of power and influence have worked in stealth for centuries to establish an oppressive world government.
I believe, first of all, that we now need nothing short of a world constitution for the global financial system.
Global governance with the establishment of the G20.
So it's going to be an inner ruling elite and then everyone else. And I got news for you. You're everyone else.
Invisible Empire. Secure your copy today at Infowars.com or PrisonPlanet.com or watch it online in the highest quality at PrisonPlanet.tv.
This may surprise you. Type 2 diabetes has reached epidemic proportions among both adults and children. You or someone you know may have it. Managing type 2 diabetes in conventional ways is a never-ending task. But this good news may also surprise you. A recent UCLA study proved that type 2 diabetes can be reversed in only 21 days. Purium Health Products recently developed a product that mimics the healthy diet used in that UCLA study. Called Scoop of Greens, an easy, great-tasting, affordable way to give your body the nutritional tools to help it overcome type 2 diabetes. Scoop of Greens has been awarded the Diabetes Resource Center seal of approval, so you know it's safe. See Scoop of Greens and other world-class whole living foods and nutraceuticals at diabetichealthsolution.com. To order, call 888-747-6733. That's 888-747-6733. Mention GCN for a healthy discount and ask about the buy 3 get 1 free special. Start keeping type 2 diabetes in check at diabetichealthsolution.com.
Folks, going back to eugenics that I was covering and ranting about earlier, that's the normal response to organized global government run by people that openly state they want to kill you and your family. I mean, literally thousands of prominent scientists. They're all over government everywhere. It is a cult of sickos. When Eric Pianka said things similar to what this other scientist said at the Texas Academy of Sciences, where he was winning the top award, there was a standing 3-minute ovation. Over 95% stood up, according to reporters, with tears. They get off on the power trip. These are the lowest of the low. They should be in prison or mental institutions. They're dangerous. They're calling for mass death. That's not free speech. They're calling for death. They're calling for death. And we need to start bartering. We need to expand local farms and ranches. We need to get out of the system because the system is run by killers. While we dismantle their system, that's coming up. UK proposes all paychecks go to the state first. Same thing's getting set up in the U.S., where your paycheck goes to the government. This is the Finnish model. Now, I'm ranting, but Ted, to explain to people, this gold and silver, you were going to change the special today. It's still there, the radio special. Explain to people if these silver half dollars are below $10 a piece, and they're selling for $15, $16 everywhere. I mean, these are deals nobody can surpass.
Well, I mean, obviously, the real world, everything's gone up more than $1 on these coins here because silver's gone up about $4 here recently. So, yeah, it's just been a hot market. You're going to start hearing about shortages again because I'm already hearing it from my wholesalers out there in the marketplace. So if you want to get involved with gold and silver and you want to do it at low premiums and not pay ridiculous prices over spot, now is the time to get involved with them. And those Walking Liberty halves at $9.95 should be trading more like $12.50. And so, you know, realistically speaking, if you want to get in, I mean, now is the time to do it. I mean, the Frank 275, I buy a forecaster for a full year. You were talking about the Fed easing credit again, and that's why gold is going up. If you want to know what's going on, we have a free document. It's right from our own government. It's called the Federal Debt and Risk of Financial Crises. We'll send it to you. It explains why the United States government is in such trouble.
The Pentagon put out a report last week saying they believe we may completely collapse and there may be total revolution because they've engineered it. Meanwhile, the feds are saying the recession ended over a year ago.
I know. Well, that's obviously a bunch of crap. And people need to get moving and they need to protect themselves. And again, the only thing I can say is, you know, take the time to read this document, get the information, ask for the CBO report.
Ted, do me a favor and say baloney, where it's a family show and I'm trying to control myself as well.
I know it. I have to watch myself. Actually, this meeting I'm running off to is to get you on a 100,000 watt station up here in Minneapolis. I hope I can succeed this time.
Well, I wasn't trying to criticize you, Admiral. I'm telling all my guests, myself, everybody, even mild stuff, because we do get wound up and angry. We've all got a lot of children listening, and that's not really a bad word to say, but pointless, Ted. You're awesome. People need to call and take advantage of this, and even the new price tomorrow is still going to be a great deal. But this, Ted, is this, because you keep breaking your previous records, is this the best deal you've ever offered on silver?
I would have to say so, yeah. With silver running up to $21 an ounce, and I priced this stuff, what was it, about $16? I mean, come on. I mean, the market has gone so much further than where my prices are. It's not even funny anymore. But yes, indeed, I do need to raise the prices. My traders have told me so. I'm selling stuff for less than I can pay for it now in the marketplace. And
that's a fact, folks. That's a fact. 800-686-2237. 800-686-2237. Only place to get it is calling and saying it's the Alex Jones radio special. Ted, thank you so much.
Yeah, thanks for having me up, Alex.
You bet. Ted is awesome. He's getting us so many new affiliates, so many great stations picking us up. We're very thankful to all of them. And be sure and support our local AM and FM stations affiliates and spread the word about those stations that you're listening to us on. Tell people when you're at a red light or at the grocery store. And be sure to call and support their local sponsors as well. Okay, second hour coming up on the DREAM Act, all of it. Stay with us.
You are listening to GCN. Visit GCNlive.com today.
Listen up, friends. This is Alex Jones with key information. The mainstream media is now admitting that we're going into a depression. Don't be dependent on the government for you and your family. You need to get your own supply of high-quality storable foods from efoodsdirect.com. They're the best company out there, the longest continually operating, with a ton of great food to choose from. It's all fresh and made on a monthly basis, not some old cruddy food they're selling you like some of the other guys. Try their new evacuation pack, a 2-week supply of delicious, easy-to-fix food. It comes with all the equipment you need to prepare it. With open talk of a strike on Iran in the next 3 months, the crisis in the Gulf, and possible evacuations, get yourself and your family ready today. The place to go is efoodsdirect.com. Go to their website online right now, efoodsdirect.com/Alex, or call 800
800-409-5633. Again, on the web, efoodsdirect.com/Alex, or give them a call at 800-409-5633.
Waging war